Hey, this is Travis, and what I want to do is come in and share a lesson I had to learn the hard way about what it really takes to achieve financial freedom. Because when I first initially started this journey, I was like most people. All I focused on was making money. And it wasn't until I failed initially at real estate that I realized, well, there's more skill sets than just making money. Because when I was poor, I was taught that money is meant to be spent, not saved. And that's what I did. I spent it and had zero savings. Because I remember my thought process is so weird now looking back. I was like, who needs savings when you're making 5 figures a month with real estate? Well, you don't need savings until all of your units go empty at the same time like mine did. And that's when I realized, there's actually 3 skill sets to achieving financial freedom. You need to know how to make money. You need to know how to keep the money you make. And then you need to know how to grow that money. And I want you to look at this list and really, can you honestly say you are good at all 3? Because again, all I focused on was making money. There's more to it than making money. In my second time around with real estate, I'm doing much better because I finally developed that last skill set that was keeping the money. Because when I was initially started, I had the first 2. I knew how to make it, I knew how to grow it, but I didn't know how to keep it. And it's the same with lottery winners. They know how to make money, but they don't know how to keep it or grow it, which is why most of them go broke. And believe it or not, it's just not lottery winners. There's a lot of option traders I come across, they suffer the same fate. They can grow their account quickly, but they eventually lose all their gains and some. Because again, you need all 3 of these skill sets. And what I want to do is show you an example of a student inside the Success Academy. Now, her results are not typical. She is a very, very superstar student, meaning that she joined the program. She's comments almost every day. She studies. She's watched every video several single times. And I'd love to have more superstars like that in the program versus the people who join and they just let their material collect dust and they don't earn profits like this student is. So this is an example of how you keep the money. There's several different ways I teach in the Success Academy how to keep the money you make. But here's one simple one. This student went to bed, their trade was up 12%, and then the next morning it jumped to 250%. Now, they could have held on and got greedy and waited for more. And that's what happens, right? We get greedy. We want to squeeze out as much profit as possible. But this person sold it right away, booked the profit. And what I always tell people is you can always get back in with some of your profit, and then it becomes a free trade. So that's just one simple way of making sure you keep the money. And I think further up, she gives actually another method. Here it is. Now, the second way right here is kind of counterintuitive. People don't realize it. So she sees a lot of red in Market Club so far in February, which is giving me time to study up. And I love this attitude. And she's correct. February, we can see this pullback here. Let's actually zoom into a 3-month chart. February is starting off pretty rough. So it's going to be interesting to see how we all end up at the end of February. Because in January, my account was up about 25%. So we'll see how it survives this pullback here. Because again, I teach several different ways to learn how to keep the money. She's already learning how to grow the money. We've already seen some of her results. As a matter of fact, let me show you her very recent post she just posted here, just giving her final recap for January. So overall, her account made about 11% in 1 month. Again, these results are not typical. Your results may vary. Again, she's a very, very hardworking student. I want to make sure I stress that point. You can't sit here, be lazy, spend all your time on Facebook, skim through videos, and get results like this. You've really got to dig into the material and then ask questions for help. She's always saying, am I doing this right? Look at my trades I'm about to make. Is this following the blueprint? Things like that. So again, she's very good at making and growing the money, and she's already demonstrated that she's learning how to keep the money. There are other ways that you can keep the money, but that's just 2 simple ways. One way is, buying protection, insuring your portfolio. Again, I teach several different ways we insure their portfolio. That's why I said it's going to be interesting to see where my portfolio ends up at the end of February, because right now I'm in some open trades, and just today alone, they're down 1,400. I'm not really worried because I still have some time for things to play out, but it's going to be interesting to see how well I insured my portfolio against drops like this. So I just wanted to come in and give you those 3 skill sets just in case you were like me in the beginning. You're just focused on making money, but you're not realizing that, you know what, it's not just about making money. We need to learn how to keep it as well as learn how to grow it. That's why I'm really not worried about all the people bragging about becoming Bitcoin millionaires, because I'm like, they're going to be used to be millionaires because they don't have a plan for keeping that money they're making, or they haven't really developed their skill set. So what I always tell people, if you want to speculate on Bitcoin, marijuana stocks, all that, don't let me stop you. However, I'd rather spend my time, if I was you, I'd rather spend my time learning a proven blueprint. For me, I'm following a proven blueprint. And that's what I'm showing members inside the Success Academy. They're watching me make, keep, and grow our model account into a 6-figure account that produces $5,000 or more in income each month. Here's a timeline. If I'm successful, 8 years, $500,000 account, roughly 10 years to have $1 million account. Theoretical example, not implying you'll be able to do this, but this is the journey I'm laying out for them, and I'm modeling what I'm teaching them. So said another way, for those who don't realize it, this is what's covered in the 10-Minute Retirement Trader program. They get the 10-Minute Retirement Trader program for free, and they also get the Market Club Options Blueprint for free. Those 2 courses alone represent about a $2,000 yearly value. And of course, you're going to learn all the other strategies that I'm using to grow the account, option buying and option selling, calls, puts, credit spreads, cover calls, cash secure puts, all those things like that. But again, the main thing I wanted to come in here just to let you know, just really focus on those 3 skill sets. Get good at making, keeping, and growing your money so that if you get access to a blueprint like this, it can actually become a reality for you. Again, I'm required to say I can't make any promises to you, but I'm inside the memories area modeling this myself. And so far, so good. Year 1 is a success. We're now on year 2. And you can see what the rest of this journey will look like if I'm successful. In 8 years, I could be in the same position as a doctor, earning 6 figures a year, but I won't have that $200,000 in debt. And I also won't have the work schedule of a doctor. Nothing against doctors. I love my doctor. And I'm also not saying that one path is better than the other, just showing you a different option here. So you take care. I hope to see you in the program one day. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.